Hello Flosstube, my name is Astrid. Welcome to my Flosstube adorable hobby where I like to share my work on cross stitching. Well, I'm very excited and I'm very thankful. I have noticed that I gained like 100 subscribers just during the last week. So thank you so much to all the viewers and for taking your time to subscribe. I think I've been getting a lot of subscribers also from Spain because I'm doing my Flosstube in English and Spanish. So I'm very grateful because here in Japan, in the city that I live in, Nagoya, I don't have a cross stitching community. So I'm very excited that people are joining, that we can share ideas. People are leaving their comments and it's great. I'm very excited to start feeling part of that community, that I have somebody that I can talk to about cross stitching. So thank you so much for spending your time with me. Well, today I actually have 5 finishes to show you. Technically 4, but the first one that I would like to show you is actually an advice that I got from Maggie from Australia. In my video number 3, I showed that last year I finished the Autumn City from Crocette a Gogo, and I wasn't sure how to display it. So Maggie advised me to get this magnetic, wooden magnetic hangers, and they're very practical. Like, magnet, done. I don't know why I thought that these posters was something that you have to screw that could damage your fabric, but this doesn't, right? So I was really excited when I saw it. I thought it was a great idea. So let me show you, because this one is very big. Usually might not be able to see it if I displayed it once I flip the camera. So look at this. Ta-da! I am so happy. So I thought it was a great idea. So thank you, Maggie, so much. I actually displayed it already in my living room. So now I can see it, I can enjoy it. So what I did is I just saw the whole border, and I also decided to put like an interference just on the back to make it a little bit more solid. One thing I noticed is that I did this one after sewing my border. I should have done the opposite, right? But I was too excited to try it. So I just put the interference. I just put like a double-sided tape so I don't damage the piece. So, and I like it so I can make it a little bit more stiffer in a way. But one thing I realized is, like, when I hang it the first time without the interference, the project was lighter. So the interference that I use is like a little thicker, or it's thick, so it makes the piece a little bit heavier. So I do have to be careful. Next time maybe I might put like a thinner interference so it doesn't weigh that much. But it still's okay for this. But look at that. I am so happy about it. Let me show it a little bit maybe closer. Look here, yeah. So that's the first part of it. It has all the tiny little houses and the mushrooms and the crows. And look at that. This is the second one. I really like the rabbits picking up the apples and the corns. I was really happy about these corns. It has a cute turkey here too. Yeah. And the last part has the shops. The pumpkin shop. Look at this juice. The pumpkin juice. This drink is ready for my daughter. She likes the pumpkin spice latte. that's her. And the fruits, those tiny little fruits. So yes, I'm so happy about this one. Finally, I could put it on display. I'm actually stitching the Spring City as well. Barely just started it. But now I'm more motivated because now I know how I can hang it. So I'm more motivated now to also start working on my spring, maybe after the Christmas season. So yeah, so this is the first one, and let me show you the other 4 before flipping the camera just here. Let me show you this one. I am very excited about this one. Let me maybe like this. Ta-da! Yes, I fully finished it. And I am very happy about it. Yes. So I will show you this one once I also flip the camera, but I'm very excited. I really like the Crocette Gogo designs. The one that I just showed you is the Crocette Gogo. I have this one also, the squirrel, that I just also recently finished. So I like to finish these designs in as a pillow. So yeah, so this is one of my FFOs that we will talk about. This one, this tiny little one is the second one. Yes. This is one about una buena pieza, and this is also the other one that I have here, this tiny ornament. And the last one is this tiny little one. Look at this. I finally finished my first Biscornu. Not about to be my first one. It is very tiny, isn't it? I wasn't expecting it to be that tiny. I guess it's because it's my first time. So cute. And just one more little thing that I wanted to show you is my Halloween box. I just bought this box in the dollar store. When I saw it, I got really excited, like, oh, maybe I can put something in here. So I will show you later what's in here. But yeah, I thought this was an adorable Halloween box, and in order to buy it, I have to have a purpose for it, right? And the purpose is always cross stitching. So let me flip the camera and let's start. Okay, so let's start with our FFOs. So as I just showed you, this is one of my FFOs for this couple of weeks. I completed it and finished it, the Little Witch. So this is from Cottage Gogo, and I'm stitching these designs on Belfast flax count 32. And for this one, I decided to finish it with a trim. So I finished this as a pillow. And I know in my video I had two choices of fabric, but I actually realized that I had this one. I was actually about to finish it in another fabric, but then I realized I had the cat, and I'm like, hey, this could actually be a good one to match with the cat over here. So I just decided to go with this fabric. So it's very cute, very simple. And then another thing that I decided to do, all of the pillows that I'm finishing for the other animals, I'm just doing a very simple pillow. But for this one, I decided to trim it. So I actually threaded the rickrack. I threaded orange and black rickrack, and I stitched it all around the pillow as a little trim, and I am in love with that. I actually saw somebody threading the rickrack for another type of project, and I thought, hey, that could work for the pillow, my cross stitch pillows. So I like it. It's very simple. You just have to be a little bit careful that it doesn't twist while you're threading it. But aside of that, it's pretty quick. It's not like it takes you a lot of time or anything. So I really like the finish on it. So I'm gonna display this one, of course, on my Halloween entrance. And as I said, I adore this little witch. Isn't she cute? That little face still gets me. So I'm very happy about this one. I stuff it with just like the regular polyfill and some poly pebbles as well. So I'm always mixing it so it can have like a little weight. So when I stand it, it will stay there. So yeah, plush, plush. So here is my first finished. Then the second one I have is this one over here. This is a little ornament. This is Trick or Treat by Cottage Garden Samplings. As I said, this one has like a lot of pumpkins as a whole one piece, but I'm stitching them individually, and that's what I decided to make an ornament. I'm still trying to think, like, I'm gonna make some of those pumpkins, and my idea is to hang them on like a Halloween garland. So let's see how that will work. But I was thinking to stitch 3 of this, but as I said, I might have other plans on it, so I'm not sure if I can make it, but I'm very happy at least with this one. I decided to put like very tiny pompons all around it. I put this little ribbon here. Because it's very cute. Very thin, very delicate. Just as a little thing, as I said, because I might want to hang it on a garland. This is the back. I had this fabric on my stash and I just thought it would be great for this one. Then it's cool. I just like this pumpkin. And I really like the border of the spider webs. Yeah, it goes with my spider web here. It matches. So I'm really happy about this. So I might need to start stitching more if I want to make that garland. So yeah, this is my Halloween ornament. Then third one, I'm very happy about this one too. I guess we're all very happy every time we finish something. Here we go. This is the Witches Gathering by Durene Jones. This is a Biscornu. It looks very small here. Let me see if I can zoom it. There we go. They are very cute. As I said, I changed the colors for this one, and I decided to put color for beads. So I used this thread, which has like a blend of purple and green. So it has like a dark light purple, a dark green, and a light green. So I decided to do the same with the beads. I have to be honest, I didn't choose them. I had them on my stash and I thought it would be wonderful. So I just tried to put like a purple, dark purple, dark green, light green, and so on and so on. So it was a little bit tricky because I have to remember, like I have to stitch I have to put them together every 2 stitches, and then on the third one I will put a bead, and then 2 stitches, and on the third one the next bead. So I had to remember that counting. So that was the only tricky part, but you can put a bead on every stitch as you want, but these beads are a little bit bigger than the count. So that's what I decided to do. 1 bead, 2 spaces, 1 bead, 2 spaces. So I'm really happy how it turned out. This button over here, I didn't have a button that matches these colors. I save a lot of different buttons. So I actually asked my husband again for help. I'm always bothering him. And I asked him if he could just color the button on a kind of like a green, because he uses his paints for his model lesson for when he paints tanks, cars, or airplane boats. So he actually had them greens. He has a lot of like greens. So he chose this color and I thought it matched perfectly. So I was very happy about that. I think it matches very well with the green and with the look that I wanted my Biscornu to have. So look, it fits in my hand. It's so tiny. Yeah, and this is the first time, as I said, that I stitched a Biscornu. It was not that difficult. You just have to be a little bit patient when you're trying to stitch one corner with the bottom one. But I actually followed the tutorial of Cheryl's tutorial from Tiny Modernist house. She has like a tutorial, like I think she did like many years ago, but it was a very good tutorial. She actually teaches you how to put like marks, so you can be aware when are you gonna have like the corners meet, how to stitch the button. She stitches you every step of it. So I thought it was really nice. The actual pattern has some instructions, like pictures with some instructions, but again, I'm very visual, so of course a video helps me more understand those steps. So that's what I try to find some videos, and that's the one that I thought it was very suitable for me. So I will try to link there too, Cheryl from Tiny Modernist. For me, a very great tutorial for Biscornus. I had one of my comments asking me what kind of flosses did I use, and I use the Japanese floss Cosmo. Let me put them here. These are the ones that I use. Let's see if I can put just in case the number so it shows up. So these are the ones that I use, and I actually most of the time I use DMCs, but for this project I decided to go with the Cosmos, and it's very similar to the DMC. I just decided to bring like the DMC so you can see hopefully a little bit the difference. Let's see. This is the orange. If you will have to switch it to DMC to convert it to DMC, this is the recommended ones. So as you can see, they're a little bit like, I'm not sure if the word is brighter, but a little bit darker, kind of brighter in a way. So it has a, like different kind of palettes. There are certain colors that are hard to find in the Cosmo or vice versa, right, on the DMC. So I like to have that flexibility to use DMC or Cosmo. So yeah, this is usually the conversion of it if you want to use DMC. But again, I did my own conversion of colors. The original one is the same palette of like black, orange, green, and purple, but it's different colors. So I changed them. And I think I mentioned that on my previous video as well, how we have to change like I changed some of like the cats. It has like a purple, where is it? Here. Has a purple pumpkin on the actual one, but I decided to just turn it into green and orange. And I just left the others as orange and two oranges and orange and green here. So instead of these two being purple, I just decided to make them green and orange. Yeah, and the cats as well. There was like an orange cat or something like that. I just decided to keep them between black and grays. So I am very happy. I think I haven't showed the back. This is the back. Isn't that a very cute pattern? I love these pumpkins. They are so cute. Let me see if I can show them here. Yes. So very cute. As I said, I wasn't expecting it to be this small, I guess, when I was doing the pattern. But of course, once you start putting it all together and fold it, it got smaller. So it's very cute. I'm not planning to use it as a pin cushion. I'm not planning to pin on it. So yes, I am very happy. Like I will be just able to finish it up just as a decor in my house. So this is my third if we count the autumn CD hanger. So this is, let's say, the third one. Then the next one that I have is this one over here. Look at this tiny little cute thing. So this is Mini Halloween Garden by Una Buena Pieza. As I said, this is the first time I stitched a design from Anna. This one I got it actually from a floss tube in Spain, El Costurero de Merce, the sewing box of Mercy. She's asking some people who would like to stitch this pattern. This is actually a freebie from Una Buena Pieza. So I decided to join, and I had a lot of fun. As I said, I really like the colors. I really like how it has little kind of like motifs. Actually, I'm following this designer, and recently she just played like a little game on Instagram, because all of her designs has like little motifs, like all next to each other, making one big piece or a small piece like this one. And she was just playing, like, for example, let's say this was the design. She was like, okay, how many ghosts can you find? How many flowers could you find? How many pumpkins can you find? So I had a lot of fun. It was a little bit bigger pattern, and if you participated, she gave you like a discount on her Etsy shop. So I thought it was really fun just to play with it. So yeah, this is my mini Halloween garden. I just decided to finish it in a simple hoop, and then on the back I just decided to fold in the fabric. I just folded all in and then press this circle on the cover with a fabric. I chose this fabric. I thought it was really fun and has also a lot of little motifs that could play kind of like the same fun as the front. I know we don't see the back anymore, but I do like to play with my fabric if I can. So this is my fourth finished. Yes. And I think I show you all of my finishes. Okay, moving on with my new starts. Look at this. Isn't he very cute? This is the Two Foxes by Crocette a Gogo. Here I go again with another Crocette a Gogo pattern. But as I said, I'm really having fun with her designs. This one, you can only get it if you participate in the newsletter of Cottage. Oh, I'm sorry. I will try to put it here. I forgot the name. Cottage and Cotton and Twist. Cotton and Twine. There you go. I think that's the one. Cotton and Twine. So I don't think if it's available anymore, but it's very cute. So pretty much I started it, and I actually think I had a good progress on it. I already stitched pretty much the whole border. I thought it was going to be complicated, but it's actually a pretty easy one. And let me see if I can zoom it a little bit. Okay, here we go. Yes. So it has a little acorns and little like red edge here. I'm wondering what it is. What do you think it might be? And look at these little squirrels, all going one direction, all going this way. Yes. So I think I'm over 50% out of this project. I just have a little bit to finish. I just have to finish the leaves and the red fruits over here. And I have to do the other fox. So there's another fox over here and some leaves over here too. And then the word autumn. And after that, I should be finished. I think this one for sure I'm going to finish it very soon. I'm in love with it. Look at that. This fox is cute. And as I said, I actually found this one because I was looking for something that matched my project bag that I showed you last time. And I was really excited actually to find this one because this fox is so cute. So cute. So I'm going to stitch another one over here and hopefully finish it soon. I don't think I'm going to finish this one in a pillow. I think this one I might just frame it like a square stand. I'm not sure yet. I'm still thinking how my finish is going to be with this one. But yeah, having lots of fun with this one. As you can see, I started it and I tried to work a lot on it because I'm having fun with it. So hopefully we'll finish it soon as well. So this is my first start. And my second start is actually in this box over here. Let me move this one. I just show you this box. And I fell in love with this box when I found it in my dollar store shop. And let me open it here. So I have my new start in here. So, ta-da! New start. Let me put it here. Oh, there we go. Can we see that? Yes. Okay, so this is the Witch's Brew by Brenda Gervais, and I started it already. I decided that I should start soon. So I put it in this box. I thought it would match well because it's my Halloween box. And in here, I have another little box where I'm putting all of my threads in here. Look at all my threads. I'm mixing up just with threads that I have on my stash because I don't have all of them. So this is the orange that I'm in love with, the Clockworks from Weekday's work. And where's that purple? I decided to go with this very dark purple color. So I think it's gonna work out. Isn't it beautiful? Look at that. I'm really looking actually forward now to start stitching the cup. I'm gonna leave that one as the last thing to stitch. I don't know why, but sometimes when I stitch something, there are certain parts or certain areas in my design that I leave it until the end so I can motivate myself. So I'm just trying to do all of it around here. So it's actually not that much. So I will start stitching. I want to finish the witch. And once I finish all the top part, it should go up to here. I just mark it just to have an idea. And one of the things that maybe if you noticed from previous videos is I like to make like a border of when I'm stitching like a big piece, so then I can just refill it. But again, for the cup, I'm using, as I said, this purple one. And this is a variegated one, right? So for this one, if I make the border, the color is gonna go this direction. And once I start refilling it, there's gonna be like a difference between my border and the refill. And I don't want to do that. It's just my own preference. I just like to stitch whether it's just line by line and one stitch, so the colors can go naturally blended with the variegation as I go. So one of the things that I do for this kind of like variegated floss, I mark it with the erasable pen, and I hope it's something you can see here. So I just mark the border of the cup. So whenever I'm ready for that part, I'll just start stitching. And I don't have to worry about counting. So for me, it's just easier. And this one will disappear very easily once I iron the fabric. So at least for me, I have never ever had any issues using the friction pens. For me, they're very usable. I have a lot of them because I can mark, I can have ideas, as I said, where can I put the piece. I have never ever had an issue of the ink not disappearing or staining my fabric or anything like that. So yes, oh look at that, there's something here. And well, I'm stitching this actually on a Cosmo fabric. It actually says here Cosmo 16, but this was like a beige one, like a very, or maybe it was ivory, maybe very light one. And maybe it can be seen through a little bit, not that well, but it's actually a very light purple. So one of the things that I did was like, in Peru, there is this purple corn that we have from the Andes. And we usually use this corn to make some desserts or some kind of juice. It's very popular. If you're from Peru, you know maybe what I'm talking about. I'm gonna try to show a picture so you can have an idea what does it look like. It has a very strong color. So I decided it just to make the water out of this corn and hand dye my own fabric. So I'm gonna see if I can put pictures here when I hand out my own fabric, but it was really fun. I really like hand dyeing fabrics. So I thought that would be a good natural way instead of buying purple colors. So it worked really well. It turned out the color that I actually wanted it, even though it doesn't show very well. It's very whitish, the color that is showing on the camera. But live, it's a lot better. So I'm really happy about how it turned out. I didn't have to leave it for too long actually, because I wanted it really light, since I have to still put the purple here. And it was just like not even a minute, I think, that I dip it into the water, because as I said, the color of this corn is very, very strong. So yes. And yeah, and I think that's everything about this new start. It's really cute, right? It's a Brenda Gervais. She has beautiful, beautiful designs. I usually sometimes just and the word's not struggle, but sometimes it's just difficult for me because Brenda Gervais doesn't sell her designs in PDF. She's all about paper. So every time, if I want to stitch something from Brenda Gervais, I have to order it, and then it takes time. And sometimes by the time I get it, I'm already doing something else. And that is something that sometimes I still need to learn how to manage that, because I'm very used to PDFs. So yeah, and that is actually the whole situation I'm having also with other pieces that I want to stitch. So, but again, yes, I'm having a lot of fun with this one as well. Hopefully I can finish this one by the end of October, because I actually decided to start this one because I'm participating in Java Girls Stitches and Anna Stitch Alone, which will use Stitch, and that's like a sale. They opened it for September, and that is the reason that I actually did. Well, I knew I was going to make this one anyway, but it was a good timing because they decided to open this sale, and I'm like, it's perfect. And because of that sale, I decided also to stitch this The Witch's Gathering from Durene Jones, and that was my plan for the whole month of September. And then they just extended it for the whole month of October, and that is the reason now why I'm stitching this one over here. So let's see if I can finish it before the sale finishes. I just have maybe 2 more weeks, maybe no more than that. So yes, so this is all about my new starts. So my whips, actually for this time I have only one whip. I've been stitching on the Halloween Tiny Town by Heart in Hand. So I actually stitch a lot on this one. Let me see if I can put my last work over here so we can compare the progress. If I'm not incorrect, I finished to stitch all this house and pretty much from here all the way here. I actually had to remove my bats because, let me see if I can show you here. I missed this stitch over here. So my bats were 1 point down, and I don't know. I just decided to remove them and stitch them again. But I am really, really happy about my color choice. As I said, I decided to change it. The original, it's all about different oranges and browns, but I just wanted it to give a little bit more like a little more like a little Halloween color. So I just decided to put in some purples and greens. So I just went for this. I'm still sometimes leaving like certain spots because I just want to decide what color is going to be the roof that goes with like the house. So I'm still thinking about this mix of this purple and green, since it's a little bit similar to this purple but on the opposite. I'm wondering if this is going to be a good balance. Then I actually thought that this house was all orange when I saw the pattern, like, but it actually had 2 oranges. So I just decided to put like a dark and the light orange that I'm using, so I can actually see like the stripes of the house. So it looks maybe a little bit different if I know the pattern. Advises you to follow 2 colors. And look at that, I'm missing here. Okay, I need to finish that line over there. So I'm really, really happy. I was doubting actually if I will finish this one, but I'm very motivated to finish it. And of course, if you have been watching my videos, I'm planning to finish it as a drum. And somebody asked me in the comments like which tutorial am I following. So I'm actually following an American stitcher. Her name is Helen D. She's the East Coast crafter, and I believe that she's very popular in the American floss tip channels because she has beautiful works, and she's always giving some tutorials of her work as well. So I just decided to follow. I will put it in the I will link her video in the box descriptions if anybody's interested in it. I was also advised like Yanni Stitchers, who is a Mexican stitcher, also has a good video, so I'm planning to watch it before making this one. I like to watch different tutorials because you can try to pull some of your own ideas or different ideas from those tutorials that you feel more comfortable when you're finishing an object. So I thought that was also a good advice. I think I got that advice also in the comments. So yeah, as I said, let's see if I can finish this one too, because I would really love to. I have the Christmas already stitched, so it would be nice if I could finish the Halloween and the Christmas for this year. Yeah. And I think there's also a nativity one, right? I have seen a lot of people stitching it as well. I think it got really popular. So I don't know if that will be one of my projects that I would like to stitch, but I need to decide if I will stitch that one very quick because that's a paper one. So it's something that now I'm getting kind of like motivated as well. So let's see. So yes, Halloween Tiny Town. And I think that's everything I can say about this one at this moment. Well, this has been all my progress during these last 2 weeks, so I hope you enjoy it and that it inspires you also to stitch other things. About my plans, I actually received a pattern that I ordered from 123 Stitch. It's the Murder in the Garden from Hands On Design. I'm gonna see if I can put it here too. I actually ordered this in a paper because I didn't know that it was gonna be sold as a PDF. So, but anyway, I ordered it and it actually arrived recently. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to stitch it just within this couple of weeks that we have left for October, but isn't it beautiful? I think Kathy did a first pumpkin a couple of years ago. I might be wrong, but she did one for a special event that it was only sold by that specific event, and it was never ever the design was never ever released again. But this time she's bringing us similar finished but with a different design. So I'm still really excited about it, and I really would like to finish this beautiful pumpkin. But again, I'm running a little bit out of time for the Halloween autumn thing. Like maybe you saw already, I still would like to finish the witch's brew. So let's see. But I'm really looking forward to this one too. So, and I also ordered this next one that is also in my plans, which is the Harvest of Blessings. So this is also from Hands On Design, and I really like the colors of the pumpkins. That's what I really like about this design, the color mix that it has. So this one is a little bit smaller, so I might need to decide which of them I will try to stitch because I don't think I will have time for both of them. So I'm between this beautiful pumpkin, which is gonna take me time not only to stitch it but also to finish it, or maybe this one over here, which is smaller and very cute, and it could be also added to my autumn displays. So I'm a little bit torn right there. Which one should I try to stitch during this couple of weeks? So let's see what I will show you next time. So yes, that's part of my plans. Another thing that I'm very excited, it's about the Jingle Ball 2025, which is hosted by Linda Stitches and involves the 12 designers. If you're not very familiar with that, it's a virtual online retreat. So it's actually run between December 5th to the 7th, that kind of first weekend of December. And I have joined that retreat since the very first time. Actually, Kathy it's one of the designers in that retreat, and she has been there since the very first one. So I joined that every year, and I'm very excited. My whole family knows that those days I will just disappear in my room stitching as much as I can, so I can make it. Because you can buy a ticket, like it's a $15 ticket this year, for you to join the platform, and you have access to different kind of like designs that these designers will sell exclusively for this retreat or online retreat. And you can also access by paying additionals for classes, right? And you can join different classes, and I have to say every year gets tougher and tougher to try to choose which classes I want to join. So I just wanted to share a little bit of the ones. They have, like, if I'm not incorrect, 15 classes this year. 15 classes, can you believe it? Like, how can you join 15 classes? I want to join all of them, of course, but time, right? It's time in life. But I wanted to share a little bit of my ideas of which are the ones that I'm really interested in. So the first one is this one over here, the chicken mittens by actually the host, Linda Stitches. And they are very adorable. They're so tiny. I'm really looking forward to see the finish actually. How is all these little mittens finished? I have seen mittens before, but I think these are very cute. It has like a little border too. So I'm wondering how that finish works. So I also believe that you can also add your own motifs to this kind of like finish as well. So I'm really curious about this one over here. The second one that I'm really interested is the Nature's Wreath, and it's adorable. This is by Robin Pickens. This one I'm really gonna join. This one is gonna be my first class to join. I think the classes will open from the middle of October, and I'm really interested in this because I think like it actually gives you the opportunity for you to create your own display, because you can mix the motifs, right? You can choose which motifs where you want to display it on the wreath. It's actually stitched on fabric, not on paper, perforated paper. So I think it's gonna be a wonderful finish. I like to play with the Cottage designs, and I think it gives a little bit of a touch that you can make it your own. So this class for sure I'm going to register. It's an adorable finished. So yeah, that's the second one I would like. The third one is the Stand Up Santa by Hands On Design. Isn't he a beautiful Santa? I'm really in love with the beard. It's so long and curly and so cute. So, and the colors. I actually have never done stand up. So who better than Kathy, right? To teach us how to finish that. So the Stand Up Santa is for sure one of my my interest of registering in a class. The next one is Christmas Pears. Christmas Pears by Annie Bees. I actually have never stitched a pear. I heard that she's very well known for stitching different kind of seasons or events on pears, but I have never done one, and I'm really curious. I'm very curious about this one. It's stitched on a red fabric with the beautiful white kind of design on it. How will you finish that in a pear? I'm really curious about that. They're so cute. So yes, this is another one that I'm interested. The other one, it's this beautiful Christmas snow gloves by Liz Matthews. And I think that they are so cute. For me, this one is kind of like very similar to the Nature's Wreath, because it gives you the opportunity to play with the motifs and make it your own. So for sure, I'm gonna join this one as well. You can, as I said, mix them. You can, actually, I also thought that this was on perforated paper, but it's not. Like you can just like, they will teach you how to stitch it just on a regular fabric and how to finish and how we will make it stand up. Let's find out. And so I'm very, as I said, interested in this class. You have to find your own jars though. Whether you join the kit class or the PDF class, you have to find your own jars, which I'm totally fine. I always join the PDF. I mean, from Japan, there's no way they were gonna send me a kit with a jar, right? So yeah, this one is for sure. And the last one that I'm very interested in is the Animal Crackers by Stacy Nash. And she just showed us like this beautiful ginger mouse. Isn't she cute? She's adorable. I actually have never stitched Stacy Nash designed. I know that a lot of stitchers are stitching her patterns, especially I saw the bunny May, I thought I'm saying that correct, like this adorable bunny, and everybody has been stitching with different like dress colors, and I thought that was very playful, really cool, really nice. So I just fell in love with this little mouse. So I think this is a great opportunity for me to stitch one of Stacy Nash designs. So I'm also really looking forward to this class. She's very cute, right? She's like, I really like how she's holding that gingerbread house. And the pocket. I am in love with that little flower pocket that comes a little bit out of the fabric, like a 3D kind of thing. So, or 2D, I guess it will be. So I'm really happy about this one, like so cute. So these are the designs that I'm interested for this Jingle Ball retreat, online retreat. But if I'm not incorrect, there are like 15 classes. There are other classes that are so adorable. I would like to join all of them, but time, right? Time, I'm not sure if I can finish to stitch, not even the ones that I'm interested in such a short time too. So good thing is I think they send you weeks before the whole event starts, like the design, so, or the pattern, so you can start stitching to get ready for the classes. So yeah, this is one that for sure I will register. You can register right now, and I think the classes, as I said, it will open in the middle of October. So yeah, that is one of the things for sure I do. I've been joining that since the very first.